Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'll bet you won't see this story on the evening news because this right here, this is the good stuff. Like most of you, I hardly ever watch the news anymore because I'm tired of only seeing negative stuff and never ever hearing of all the great stuff that happens right here in our own backyard. So knowing that good stuff happens all around us every day, our agency decided to start a new program, The Good Stuff, so our citizens can enjoy hearing about the great work our team and citizens do to save, impact, and forever change lives. You know, stuff like what happened Christmas Eve morning when Deputy Craig Carson and Deputy Michael Allred saved two of our citizens and their dog from drowning in their vehicle that was quickly sinking in a pond near Port Canaveral. The incident started at approximately 11:10 a.m. when our agency received a call from a concerned citizen about a reckless vehicle traveling eastbound on Highway 528 near Port Canaveral. The caller reported that the vehicle's speed was extremely erratic and it kept going back and forth between lanes. Deputy Craig Carson and Michael Allred were working that morning near the Port Canaveral exits and quickly responded to the area in an attempt to locate the vehicle. As he arrived in the area, K-9 Deputy Craig Carson first observed the vehicle as it was approaching the George King Boulevard exit at Port Canaveral. As Deputy Carson and Deputy Allred were getting into position to try and initiate a traffic stop on the vehicle, it started to exit onto George King Boulevard at a very high rate of speed. Now, as you can see in the dash cam footage, as the vehicle got to the traffic light at the intersection of George King, the driver was unable to negotiate the turn and continued straight without slowing down, crossing the median and launching into a pond immediately across from the intersection.
I just signal forward. Looks like it's going to go right into the lake. Oh, it's in the lake.
As the vehicle came to rest in the pond, it started to submerge, and deputies Carson and Allred quickly learned that trapped inside the vehicle were two females and a dog that was strapped into the back seat. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, deputies Carson and Allred quickly removed their duty gear and ballistic vests and jumped into the pond as the vehicle was quickly submerging and the occupants were screaming for help. Deputy Carson, who entered the water first, was able to reach the passenger of the vehicle as it was sinking beneath the surface. Deputy Carson got the passenger out and started taking her to the shoreline with the assistance of Deputy Allred, who had now entered the pond as well. Once securing the passenger at the shore, both deputies quickly returned to the vehicle that was now completely submerged and were able to remove the driver from the vehicle, but unfortunately were unable to extricate the dog that was harnessed in the back seat. Once the driver was at the shoreline, Deputy Allred grabbed a diver's mask from another unit, a member of our dive team that had also responded to the scene, and both Carson and Allred returned to the now completely submerged vehicle, where Deputy Allred dove beneath the surface of the water, and by using the mask, could see and release the harness that was restraining the dog so that the dog could be rescued as well. Both of the vehicle's occupants were evaluated at the scene by our partners at Cape Canaveral Fire Rescue and were listed in stable condition, as it was determined that the driver of the vehicle was having a diabetic medical incident that caused the erratic driving and eventual crash. The vehicle driver and passenger were subsequently transported to Cape Canaveral Hospital as a precaution, where they were later released with minimal injuries. And the dog, well, he's doing just fine and is safe and secure back with his owner, who is forever grateful for the actions of a caring citizen who saw something and said something, Deputy Carson, Deputy Allred, and all of the first responders who helped save their lives. In the end, all three occupants of the vehicle were extremely fortunate that on Christmas Eve morning in Brevard County, God chose to have Deputy Craig Carson and Deputy Michael Allred serving as guardian angels, watching over them. I could not be more proud of Craig and Michael for all they did to save the lives of two people and their pet, who without their help would have no doubt lost their lives. Great job, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, and we'll see you next time on The Good Stuff.
That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff.